Hello, hello. Downtown. Alright. Sort all this stuff out. Testing, testing. Testicle, testicle. Alright, so my music on. Okay, music's on. I got the right setup. Now what's these courses? Got to open up the bottle. It's been a while since I've done tiny races. What's this first course? Is it the snapper or something? What is it? Zwift Insider? Hey Niall, you in the race today? I think Kyle and Pete are doing, well Pete's probably doing the one at the very, at 10 o'clock at night. Kyle's doing the afternoon one. I better turn my fan on, it's a bit warm here today. 3 minutes 45 to do some recon. Oh, you are doing it? Well, I'm going to look to see what's the tactics now. Tiny race. Where's the actual breakdown of this race? I'm on the wrong bit. Ah, you mean let's as in you try some fun tactics today. Where's the tiny race? Tiny races. Spice it up, it's already spiced. There's enough cards. No, just to sit in. Okay, so what's it this week? Leg snapper. Feather. That's good. Last time was a burrito. Put you over there. So we get one feather, I think. Hey, James. Morning. I'm going to turn up my...
Hello there.
Ay. I was thinking about trying to get a warm-up in, but it takes me so long to remember how to get OBS all set up. By the time I get all that stuff done, I'll look up and there's 2 minutes to go. My heart rate's fine, 100 beats per minute, that's pretty good. It's not reading very well though, it's gone from 102 to 95 all of a sudden. It needs a bit more sweat. I think the spicing up's going to be all the sweat that I drip all over the bike now. This first one, there's almost no reason to go hard out of the gate except to stay in. And then if there's the usual ghosting effect, if there's too many riders, there's only 83 signed up, so no one's going to disappear today. Just for fun. Yeah. No, I can't attack from the group just for fun. I attack and then the group just goes past me just for fun. No, it doesn't sound all like Dave. It should be, well, hello there. Fuck off. Said I can't do an English accent. Where did I have that? I had something with it. No, something else.
I'm going 38, Dan. Chill the fuck out. Mow your damn lawn and sit the hell down.
I need more swearing things, don't I? Alright, 20 seconds to go. 13 seconds to go. Go, go, go! Went it too early, didn't I? I've got to wait till it gets to 4 seconds. Rightio. Oh, my sauce is a bit stuffed up again, isn't it? That's alright, you only need to see the draft and the watt balance. Alright, let's calm down. Cheers, Carl. I'll try and put the tick in reputation here, Carl. Someone's going off the front. Good luck to them. I ain't working, Jays. Look at me. Someone else is gone. Orange shirt. There we go. They'll bring us back. Oh, someone else is gone. It's time to leap across. There we go. I work, James. It's well worth working here. Make sure his grip stays high. Top 6 finish would be awesome. See if we can get it out to 15 seconds. Pack sounding it. sacrifice here. Don't think the gut's big enough. Here's a chance to make some time. Everyone's recovering from the climb. All right, all that recovery now. Stay away from that group. Here it is. Come on, line. I've never seen that before. Me getting a fourth. Who won? Should be some good BS points there. Here just 3 more. I ain't going in the break. I'm sitting in. Problem is there's a real nasty ones in this, I think. What was it? Oh no, balloon sprint next. That's the one I always go to early. And then we got the horrible climb to the bridge. And then the race floor's not too bad either. Classic. Alright, so balloon sprint next. Yeah, it's the first time I've seen that screen, Scott. I've got an excuse when I don't give you thumbs up, mates. Because I can't be bothered. Because I'm fucked. Just trying to recover for the next one. Use up my feather. Gonna need it just here. 1% climb. What balance is almost recovered? Oh, we got Ben Finnesilver. He always posts on Facebook. God, he trains so much. He obviously enjoys it. I do feel like saying, what the hell are you doing, Ben? You're training more than pros do. But people look at me and go, what the hell are you doing, Ben? You train less than pros do, but you suck. Okay, what have we got? 3 minutes 20. At 3 minutes I'll join. Close this off and join the other ride. How's my sound level? That's alright. Hey John. Don't expect much in the next 3 races. I spent all my bullets on that one. I don't think I'm going to beat that one for a long time. How's the gravel bike riding going, John? I've got to join my race, don't I? And ride. Got that already. Don't need you. Is that my sprint? That'll do. Got some chilled music for these races. Turn the fan up a little bit higher. Get some cooling. There's a Burritos jersey with the giraffes on it. I've got anyone. Can't see my companion app. What was my talking points today going to be? I've forgotten already. So the Grand Prix series is starting up again with the elite races. Honestly, they're really good. Kind of been a rage coming at it when I think about the selection for that, because they're not selecting teams based on performance as such as they're selecting teams for certain criteria, which I understand because they're trying to build a Zwift community. But it's kind of annoying when there are a lot of female teams out there who just do their female team thing and they've got to join up with the male team to be selected, no matter how good they are. Which, to me, kind of pisses me off, because you should be like the old days where if you perform, you get selected. If you don't perform, you get booted. Not based on your social media. Went good, Michael. I got into the break. Got 4th. I got massive BS points, I hope. I need to. I've been pretty slack recently. Alright, here we go. Right, this is a balloon sprint that I always stuff up. I always go too early. Go over the rise in front and then get swamped. We're using Pack Dynamics 4.1, so maybe it'd be different this race. There we go, breakaway going again. Only 2 of them so far. So people will be a lot more attentive this time. Alright, in a good spot for the downhill section. Oh, is it Squirrel, is it? Squirrel with the giraffes on. How's the stream? Last week my bit rate was way too low. For some reason I went back to 2000. What about the sweat dropping from my face? A bit hot here today, relatively, for winter. Two of them away, let them go. I think they'll drive in the pack. going pretty hard. Get in the draft. That's it, get back up to 200 watts. Draft, come on. Get out of this spot. There we go. Settle in the middle of the group, come on, go right. So back it off a bit. Alright, backing it off, get to the back. Work my way forward over the top of this hill. I got him on the left. No draft. All right, here we go. Jesus. Can't give thumbs up. I don't think I could have done anything different then. Pretty much came through with speed through the pack. Had draft all the way to the line. Potentially could have gone earlier, but here's some buts. If I had a big sprint, I wouldn't need to. Happy with that. If it wasn't for my 4th place last race, that would be a damn good race. Yeah, Michael. I gave up that distance for the speed with the draft down the hill. I didn't actually expect to get to near the front. I was just hoping to not stuff up the sprint for once there and go too early. I'm happy with that. In reality, I don't have the numbers to win a fair sprint against a lot of those guys that I beat. It's amazing how much momentum makes a difference. Someone smart needs to make a nice diagram of the difference of having 2 kilometers an hour of momentum versus having to gain that extra 2 kilometers an hour just to equal that rider, let alone make up the ground once I've gone past and can go past. Because I'm sure it's a hell of a lot. Alright, we've got 2 minutes 36. That's what happened with Pete the other night. If you look at my speed versus his speed, I had like 6 kilometers an hour on him just as we hit the line. But Pete timed it perfectly. Well, except the guy that won timed it even better. Right, this next one is an absolute killer. It's that bridge climb. Jesus Christ. I should really soft out and just not do an effort. Just get halfway up the climb and give up. Rest up for the next race. But that's not the point of these races. Not racing against anyone else but me on Zwift. Unless I beat you, and then I'm racing against you, and you suck. Because I beat your ass. Yeah, 2 minute. And the worst part is it's pretty draftable at the beginning, so it's not like you can just negative split it if you want to get a top result. Well, a top result compared to, well, the most efficient time. Last time I did it, I held the draft until I almost blew. Once the draft dropped down a bit, then just tried to hold it to the line from there. Might be a bit longer effort this time, I think, because this time the race is going to be pretty damn hard to the climb because we've got the old K Paul doing 5.4 on the front. I haven't really noticed anything in the draft dynamics, but I was in the first race, I was on the brakes, so that last race was hard, but it's always hard, isn't it? It's always a surprise in these races when it's kind of easy. You're wondering what's going on. All right, here we go. There's the orange jersey. Chasing a pink jersey. Jesus Christ.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Stay in the group. The tunnel will sort it out. Who's off the front? Cheers, Scott. Personal Zwift, isn't it? Some people buy upgraded tyres. I buy upgraded roads. I've got an idea, Michael. I've reinstalled Zwift, tried different graphics drivers. I just got used to it. I need Feather to ride this for me. People are tacking off the front now. Stop with a flexing Stuart. Nobody cares. Yeah, the front light is super bright at times. God damn. I wonder if that's the new dynamics. God damn, this is hard, this race. I was looking forward to the climb. If it doesn't settle down, get over and done with. Suffering bad. Get me to the climb. so I can die. Goddamn. Need a little rest here. I need something. This guy's behind me for drafting. That's me done. Ah, fuck. Come on, gears. Come on, U-turn. U-turn. He races a lot, so it could be legit. He's pretty light. He's not so smart with his power because it's so strong. So might be able to get him in the balloon sprint. That would hurt so much now. I don't know if it's a draft dynamics, but getting to that climb, it's painful. No, I do, John. The normalised power wouldn't be. Usually I've got quite a big split between average and normalised. That would be a lot closer relationship. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of threshold work, just below threshold to stay in the group, and then above threshold. So it's constantly outside of my comfort zone. Always trying to recover, but never actually recovering. All right, 3 races down, 1 to go. Already got that, don't I? That one looks good. Probably could have gone with a climbing bike, but reality is that would have hurt on the flat, wouldn't it? I was not recovered before the climb, so I needed to be aero bike just to get there. All right, this is the Queen. What's it called? Anyway, the orange road finish. Red Road, something, London. There was. It was very painful, Michael. If I wasn't streaming, I would have sat up. It's one of the reasons why I stream these races, so I don't give up. What's the point of doing them if you put a half-assed effort in? Do them properly. The more, thanks Katie. Quitting, it went through my head well before the start. Oh, it is too. I don't think that takes into account the stop, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I forgot my... Alright everyone, this is the final stage of the tour. Chill. Chill freaks. Let's get to the front. See the pack dynamics. Make it easier. Where's Masaka? There he is. Nah, not moving to my wish. I don't care about the world champs. I ain't racing them. Unless everyone else moves over. I'll be on Indy Valley, purple, before my wish. Will we hang now? Will we hang? Let's see if it rewards attacking like it says in the draft. I'll move to the back, less power, and push through again. Not yet though. Sit here. Well, it's easy. I'm not attacking, no. I'm just seeing if it's easy to get to the front, then move back and try and hold position. Take advantage of the decreased draft when you increase your power. Move to the back, do the same on the climb. Rather than trying to fight, hold my position. Almost there. Swap back now. I don't think Paul's in here this race pushing the pace. Right, he's back for the final push. What am I doing? Hand right. I was there. Where's Squirrel? Should I beat Squirrel? Would he beat me? Would he quit? Or is he in B? I can't tell. I can't tell. Critical power, you get. Everyone has that, don't they? Can't get rid of it. Oh, look at that. A 2:35. Below average, PB. Oh. Cheers, James. Yeah. I think the pack dynamics are good for breakaways. Cheers, John. Thing is, I've also got it a little bit higher than what my FGP or watt balance is. So maybe once I upload all this, I'll get a bump on my Zwift numbers. I think I got, what have I got Zwift at? Maybe Zwift isn't actually as high. Oh, it's in the other one, isn't it? Burrito. 339. Yeah, at the moment it's around 335, I think, in Zwift. So it's around the right number. I wonder what Sam's on about, whether his own efforts or that's the thing. The fitter you are, the easier these races are, because you recover better than everyone else. So if you can smash the field in the first race, you're going to smash them in the second, third and fourth, aren't you? Because everyone else is on their knees. It's a true test of your ability against the pack, well, against everyone else. Because it's all about recovering. If the races are easier, of course you're going to recover much faster. Cheers, John. It's the first time I've been on these tiny races for a while. I think I did. Well, there's a few big hitters are here tonight, but still. First race, I could have just quit after that one, couldn't I? Savoured the glory over on Discord. Rock back up into and the Burrito Titans. Yeah, quiet burritos. Don't overreact. Yeah, that's what I was trying then on that last race, Michael, because that third race, I was trying to hold my position and see if I was being punished with like a sticky watts, getting stuck. It's hard to tell though, but it was definitely difficult. That second race, fourth race, I tried the push hard watts, get to the front and then drift back. It was easier, but it might just be the nature of the course. Yeah, that's what I think so, John, from that tiny sample of one, which is extremely scientific. I'm going to go and publish a paper. Doctor in Pack Dynamics 4.1. I'm not even sure if it's micro recoveries, John, because the Pack Dynamics now, if you're sitting in the pack, you get less draft than 4.0. And then they decrease your draft. They decrease your aerodynamic drag if you do a little tack. It doesn't actually say if you have to be off the front when you do it or if it's just coming through the group. So I kind of don't like it because it encourages sit and sprint. They say it results in less pack churn. But if riders work out that what you do is you push up to the front, ease up, go to the back, have a little rest, and then push to the front again, results in less aerodynamic drag through the whole race, then that's what people would do. Whether they realise it or not, people aren't that smart sometimes, but they recognise when the race feels easier. And we'll replicate that over and over again. But the problem is, rewards sticky watts. So people on power meters are far more likely just to do a 3 or 4 second effort as they're rolling through the front to stop pedalling, have 3 more seconds of power, and then ease through to the back of the group and do that over and over again. So I'm not a fan of rewarding that at all. Yeah, it still has a auto brake, so if you're just cruising through the pack and it thinks you shouldn't be passing people, it'll just do a dab of the auto brake. I didn't see it this for Pack Dynamics 4.1, but I see all the time for Pack Dynamics 4, Michael. Especially if you almost stop pedaling, bring it right back down to 40 watts. It's almost better just to stop pedaling completely. Sometimes that can be dangerous, though. You got to make sure you don't lose momentum. But my wish, getting back to your question, Purple Cow, my wish can go get, where is it? My wish can go and get. I'm not changing over it purely because of the underhandedness. Not about Zwift, I don't give a crap about Zwift. I don't care if Zwift don't get the world champs. I'm quite happy. They can make it an egg and spoon race for the world champs because it makes no difference to me. I'm not racing the world champs. And while it's quite fun, and I do wish the riders well doing it, in terms of my pastime, I might as well be comparing what courses they do in F1. But as far as switching over to another indoor cycling app, I'll stick with Zwift or Indy Velo. Personally, I like to move to Indy Velo, but the issue is they haven't got the compatibility yet with tablets. And half of the Zwifters don't use PCs or MacBooks. So if I want to race with lots of knobheads, I've got to stick to Zwift. That's half the fun of, it's actually all the fun of Zwift. Indy Velo is quite fun, racing against bots if you've got no one else to race with at the time. But it's still, what I like about Indy Velo is the fact that they've got auto braking around corners, So you can attack out of corners, which is going to hurt me a lot compared to when I can just use momentum through the corners with racing. But it rewards good tactics, strong riders. And also it's going to has live points. So if we could do ZRL in Indy Velo, I'd 100% move over it straight away. I'd even pay on top. I'd pay another subscription for Indy Velo to do that. I'd happily stop paying for Zwift because life points is so important and Zwift has had so long to implement it. It's just been sitting on its hands. Surely it can't be that hard. Exactly, Michael. Especially that big knobhead Jesse. Well, maybe James, but the thing is, it's about being able to read how to get around the corners. So if you're a big heavy rider, you can already power the flats. So the reality is if corners are coming out and there's another flat section, it'll be like a Class X rider's dream. So for someone like you might not be able to accelerate out of the corners very hard. But once you get going out of that corner, that rubber band is going to stretch. So you get a draft from the little accelerating guys. You'll move past them, and the TT riders at the back who can't punch are going to really hurt. And if there's a few corners over and over again like that, the big guys can really put some hurt on. Yeah, I haven't actually, that's the problem with the Indy Velo. I've got to jump on there with Pete and see what it's like with the team race. You just need your, because what happens, you can see your teammates, or the people that you've followed during free ride, then as soon as you jump in the race, your map goes to hell. You can't see your teammates. They remove the ability. I think you can see it on your companion app, can't you? But that's even worse than Indy Velo, isn't it? You've got to have another device open. It doesn't go flat. And it's the thing about ZRL, which a lot of the later time slots don't realise, is when you're in the first or second time slot, you really are a guinea pig. All of the issues happen, all the frustrations. I'll often go to bed, wake up, have breakfast and still don't know the result of my race the night before. Which takes, it really takes the momentum out of excitement, doesn't it? You just finish the race with an unknown, uncertain feeling. You can't celebrate. And then another rant, which I made a short about because it annoys me so much. These tiny races are good because you get your Zwift ranking points, because that's what the races are. They're finish line points. Now what is Zwift going to do about Zwift ranking points for ZRL, where you get no points during the race, but then you get like a fifth finish points? And in Zwift Power, you end up getting far more points than some guy who got every single sprint banner and finished 6th or 7th. And I made that point to Zwift on their forums. They said they didn't give a crap. They said, stop complaining, give us your money, shut up. They didn't say it that much, but they said they can't be bothered. They haven't got the manpower to change it on Zwift. Which is complete no, because you've got billions of dollars. Stop smoking crack in the bloody bathrooms of Zwift HQ. Give me my Zwift power points. for finishing 30th with getting 1 point in the Zwift, in the sprint banner. They do, Michael. So the thing is, I don't use my companion app anymore unless I'm doing a non-stream, because my companion app's sitting up there with you guys watching my stream, sitting beside you. Probably giving you weird, creepy stares as you watch me. Oh, Naka got the green jersey. Maybe if I ride around long enough and he quits. I quit. I didn't get it unless he turned left or something. Oh, he's still there. He's just turned left. Oh, that guy on the mountain bike's beating me. Fair play to him. He's doing 1.8 watts. I can't do that. I've got the aero though. I can chase him down. Oh God. How's he doing this? What is he, 3 foot tall?
That was legitness. Yeah, it was.
I was trying to find something else, but I couldn't find it. So I just pressed that one. That's what I was trying to press.
Hello there.
I needed to press this while I was doing my racing.
Life's a garden, dig it. You make it work for you. You never give up, man. That's my philosophy. No, man, but you got to keep going. What am I going to do, quit? That's not an option. You got to keep on keeping on.
I want to quit. All right, what did I get? 9.45. I can beat that this time, can't I? I've got some chill music. Which one is it? That one. Cheers, John. Yeah, you gotta do it, John. Gotta do it. You gotta just get to the end where you think you couldn't get to the end. Get to that 100 meters to go. Nothing left. And then just drag yourself over the line. Cheers, Michael. Catch you all later. Where is my... I need something. I've got nothing to play.
Emotional damage.
That's what you got to finish with each race. I've got the arrow. I think Piglet and Kyle are in the... What's the... Is it the 4 o'clock one? 2 o'clock one? Must be the 4 o'clock one, because there's 3 time zones, isn't there? There's the black run in the morning, and then usually the 4 o'clock ones. It's a pretty damn strong field, depends on who turns up on the black run. And then you got the Pete McMullen midnight run. I think that's like my 7 AM in the morning, which I really should be doing. What's it, 8:13? Alright, let's upload this ride, see what else is there. Look at that. Gains. No way I'm going to get... Does that wipe after... When does it ever wipe? It seems to be there forever. That'd be kind of ridiculous if it never changes. That's your entire history forever. Pretty disheartening if you've... Especially if you've got a trainer that doesn't read properly. Like that 2000 watts. That didn't even come from a ride, that's just a glitch. I've never done a ride where I've uploaded with 2000 watt sprint. Don't care about you. Yeah, I can do the sprint. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, nah. You know, mate. Oh. Right, let's do a little. What do we got? Anything else to do? I'll do a workout, shall I? Group ride. Not doing 100. That's 160 kilometers. That's all right then. I'll do that. Not doing a climbing race. What the hell is that? Volcano. I could have actually told you the course. What if I got into Zwift Power? Zwift Power. Whoa. What's the time? 8:15. Training, Zwift Club. That's not till 8:40. Let's just join a. Let's just join a Coco ride. Where is she? Jeannie. I don't want for me. I want group rides. Got to click on this, don't I? Turn my music down. It's always louder than I think. Downtown. Downtown. Well, someone I follow up ahead. Did I say goodbye, Michael? I'm pretty sure I did. See you, John and Michael. Downtown.
Better follow me, try. See is what you get, girl. Don't ever forget. Girl, doing nothing yet. Downtown.
Oh, this is hard. Getting lightheaded. Downtown. Lucky I warmed up for this Coco ride. Jesus Christ. I wonder if when I do upload my jewels, sometimes Zwift Power gets the shits with it. If my secondary recording is stupidly long compared to the race, I still got my jewels going. See ya, yellow bot team. Okay, attack. Oh, jeez. Tiny race, 5's hard. Can't even see the finish. Play some chill music. Always get a bit too excited. Playing downtown. I wonder if that guy wears leopard skin undies. I've been riding without my fan recently because summer is coming, and you know what that means. In the garage, 39-degree days, death. Absolute death. So I've been doing my rides without my fan whenever I can, if I'm not racing, because Jesse Coyle said so. Might not have said so much, but he said if you're going to do heat acclimatization, do it on your easy rides. That's what I'm doing. All about that 1% gain, isn't it? Anyone watch my video where basically I sum up by saying nothing at all? But the real point of the video is, for what I was trying to get across, is there is no best training plan. As a whole lot of people ask what training they should do, which is the best workout. I'm going to do this race at this time, I want to improve this power. Which is all good and well. But the biggest gains you make is just enjoying being on the bike, being well rested. So I see some riders who just ride far too much. They're bloody strong, but they must make so many sacrifices in their life to be at that point. And is that really sustainable? Looking back at my strongest times on Zwift, I'll probably never be that strong again, but also don't really care, because even when I was that strong, those last 4 races I had there when I was nowhere near as strong, I had just as much fun, but I've also spent better quality of life training less, spending more time doing other things, better life balance. If only I could do that for work. Funny work. So yeah, you can work 3 days a week. You can start at 12 and finish at 4. You work more efficiently then, we know that. So we'll pay you the same. Because we know that when you work 8 hours a week, 8 hours a day, you really spend 3 of those hours pretending to work. Putting a lot of energy and looking like you're working but not. So we pay you for 4 quality hours, we're happy with that. I do look at it sometimes and think, how the hell did I spend 8 hours on a bike? I don't even like spending 8 hours doing nothing at work. Why is it so hard? Probably because it's got the fan off, isn't it, you knobhead? Alright, a little bit of fan. Whoa. Microphone engagement. Who's that in the group at the front? Who is it that I follow? Zwift have made it so hard to move up. You have to keep clicking on people. You can't just scroll up when there's 1,000 people in the pack. You get nowhere. I know I can use a companion app. As I said, it's sitting there next to you, looking at your browser history on your phone. Alright, who is up here? I don't recognise any of this. Ah, Kolczynski! Oh, how to do this one. I hope I'm not getting dropped. Apparently she's been doing lots of outdoor riding. So I've been told, taking comms outdoors. Get back in the pack. bridge across on the climb, shall we? And then quit. Here we go. So much draft I get. 160 watts.
Hello there.
Hello there. She's probably watching Netflix. Not the giraffes on my jersey. Grab my wheel, Christian. How do I say her name? I just say Kolchitsky. Grab my wheel. Oh, I'll grab your wheel. Wonder if we should do the Chasing Red series. Anyone else doing the Chasing Red? If you all say no, I won't do it either. We'll do agreement not to bother. Or just do Dan Diesel rides. Alright. I've done my hello. I accidentally closed my window for streaming. Does it still keep streaming when you've... Is it still streaming? Seems like it. I've got 2 concurrent viewers. I assume it keeps streaming if you close. I've never dared close it before. I should hit the... See if that heart button works. Is that you, Pete, watching? It's got to be Pete. I bet my only dollar that it's Pete. Oh, there's 2 viewers, but it might have been me, the other one.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Quality content, this. I was so annoyed when I watched my stream last from, what was it, the longer and harder races. I was wondering, why's my camera so bad? Wait a minute, why is the whole stream so bad? I streamed it at 2000 bit rate, whatever the 2000, was it kps or kbs or whatever it is. Usually I stream it at about 12,000 to 15,000. A bit like rubbish. I think it even sounded worse too, because there's just not enough bits to go around. I needed to be more bits. Needham's a really familiar name. Don't know why. Sounds very familiar. Got to ride to the tempo of the music. I really need to mute the volume when I do that drinking, don't I? Because it sounds gross. Unless you're one of those weirdos that likes it when Chris Pritchard does his soft spoken talking to the microphone. There we go again. Do this. That's more professional, isn't it? Oh, mould is behind me. So it's not spelt the same as Mulder. I think I've got to service my jockey wheels. They make a weird noise. I don't know if you can hear it. It's mostly when I'm in the bigger sprocket at the back. Except now you can't hear it. Doesn't sound so bad now. It's always the way, isn't it? I'm taking it to the bike shop and it's normal. Alright, try that. Yeah, it doesn't really. Maybe if I turn the music down, give you. Okay, turn the microphone. I don't think it's an indexing thing. I think it's more the jockey wheels. I haven't greased them for a while. Could just be indexing though. Alright, oh, I'm getting overtaken by the A-bot runner. Can't draft her. Joan, or is it Joan? Okay, I'm going to get off once I go around this corner. It's a little bit traumatizing being here. When I did my ramp test, I used my TT bike and I got to here and died. And then when I did the ramp test again, I used my road bike and got to here and thought, what, I'm dying here in the same spot? Surely not. I've improved, I know it. But it's because I was on the road bike. I got a little bit further, but still. I was like, I can't die here. I ended up with the same bloody FTP on my ramp test after 6 weeks. Just throw all that video away. I really have to try and work out how to fix these white roads, don't I? Maybe I should do... Oh, I want to go right. I want to go right.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, I've got to try and work out how to get my roads back. Get my textures. Wonder if it makes a difference to my FPS. Probably doesn't because I've got a stupidly powerful CPU. '13th gen Intel. That Zwift. Never even heard about when it was made. Come on, U-turn. That's it. I don't want to go volcano. I want to go... Oh yeah, I picked up another viewer. Is that you, Pete? You coming back in to check? I've got, whoever's watching, I've got some advice for tiny races. Pedal. Drink. Gap. Close the gap. I was actually going to check, what did I get? How many points? I must have got lots of BS points in that first race. I'm going to write a very angry letter otherwise. Race 1. Oh, I got... Oh, 2 races I got drops. What's my profile now? I've got to improve my Zwift power points. My racing score is 746.1. Do I have to refresh? 93 is Zwift ranking. I've got no idea what I'm looking. There we go. 72 now with power. Zwift racing score is still the same. I assume that updated straight away. My ZFTP. Cheers Zwift. 304 watts. Surprised I'm not back in B grade. Surely I'm back in B grade with a ZFTP of 304 watts at 78 kilos. Oh well. It'd be funny if I was, it'd be ridiculous. It'd be like, well done, you've improved your Zwift race ranking, and here you go, your ZFTP is now 304 watts. It used to be 320 something, which was still lower, but I'm happy with 320 odd. That's at least reasonable. Hey Jeff. Yes, it's a coffee right now, isn't it? I've been looking at my ZFTP, Jeff. And I swear it used to be 320 odd. And after those races, it's given me 304. Good laugh, Swift, good laugh. At least my race rankings dropped again, otherwise I'm back into my second place in the team. What did I get then? I got a 54.06. Is that for that? Oh yeah. So my first race that I did, Jeff, if you want to go back and look at it, don't bother looking at the others. That's just pain. The first race I got pretty lucky. I jumped across to a couple of strong riders who were just dragging the breakaway away. I got 4th place. That was the lowest score I ever got, 54.06. In the second race I got 14th, which I'm pretty damn happy with, usually. 65.43. Even the last race I got a bump down. Oh, he's got the pressure on me, Jeff. Kyle Jackson's coming for me in our team. Let's have a look at the team. So if I go to Zwift Power in my team now, my ranking, so Piglet, Paul Hamlet's well ahead of us all, 53.66, but he doesn't race for us, does he? He's going wild, look. So I've got Gunner ahead of me, 71.29. I've jumped ahead of Kyle Jackson, but he doesn't count because he's a B racer, isn't he? Good old Kyle, B racer. Then Peter McMullen, David Raynham, Mikey, Phil Lovett, Boxy, Chris Taylor, Burnsy, Katie Loker. Come on, Katie, you're almost at the 600. Katie's back at 542 after she was... Her and Nick. How's Nick only 514? Get back in Zwift, Nick. Yeah, I haven't been doing the tiny races for ages, Jeff. I think because I did the Chasing Yellow series, which meant I missed out on the 3 weeks. And then had a bit of a rest. I've had a bit of FOMO last weekend because I didn't realise we're doing... Because, Piglet, David Raynham, Kyle, I think Gunner, Chris Taylor, all jumped in for the tiny races. I think it's because I wasn't doing it. They didn't tell me. I was at the shops with Whitney when I found out they're all racing. Yeah, there's no more Terrence though, Marco. Poor old Terrence has gone to the big... What do testicles go to when they die? Well, it's not really his testicles dead. What does the infections go to in the sky? The big something in the sky. Well, that's assuming he's gone to the infection heaven. And my bike light battery's died. We've got some, we've got ZRL coming up, which I'm not excited about at all because it's just the same old crap. Yeah, but it's not his ball though, is it though, Marco? That's why I was like, I better not say his testicle's gone to heaven because he hasn't lost his testicle. He's just actually got it back. So it's Terence the testicle infection, I suppose. We've got ZRL coming up, which I'm not excited about at all. I'm also going to China during, I think, 3 weeks of it. So I'm not really committing to anything with any aero or burrito. I kind of need a rest from ZRL. But Kyle's gotten, oh, my battery and my bike lights come back to life. Look at that. 14,000 million kelvins or something. I'm surprised people aren't getting fried in front of me from all that radiation. It's one way to deal with the competition if they go past me. But Kyle's gotten excited about these ladder races that they've got, which is organised by, I think, Electric Spirit, might be, maybe in combination with another team, where you challenge a team and then you race against them. I've got no idea. There's a head floating. No, it's come back. Yeah, I think that I've lost interest in it so much, Marco, is the really bad scoring system, because unless you're getting lots of points, like, so if you're not getting any sprint points or com points, you're just getting finish points. But you can kill yourself and get, say, 21st. Or you can just relax, not put much effort in and get 29th. And it's almost the same result. You can be 3 or 4 minutes back on the pack. And it doesn't really affect the outcome of the event for your team. So I don't know what the fix would be. Maybe a points overhaul in terms of, because a lot of the times what will happen is one rider in a team will get a lot of points. But maybe they need to, I've not really thought about the answer, but just thinking off the top of my head now, a maximum points haul that one rider can get. Yeah, I'm going to do the, for performance increase, I'm going to do Chasing Red series. I really enjoyed the Chasing Yellow because you don't need to kill yourself every race, but it gives you, doing 18 races in 3 weeks, just gives you consistency back to back. Mondays off. But the ZRL point system, I'm one of the people who benefit from it if I'm doing a course that suits me. But that's also kind of the thing that also killing the fun for me. Is that I can get a couple of points in the sprint banners, and then what's the point of the finish? Unless I get top 10, I'd rather just kill myself for sprint points and then just cruise in at the finish, get top 30. But then if I look at burritos, or some of the burritos, I just don't want to do ZRL because I just don't feel like they're contributing. They'd rather do a different race. Yeah, but I think they're doing more. There's more just purely points, sprint, what do they call it? Scratch race. So there's 2 scratch races, I think, this season, where finish points is the only thing that matters. But again, it's going to be very lopsided to teams who have one really good rider. You can basically have 2 or 3 riders who just don't do anything. They just come finish in 50th or 60th. So maybe they should cap the amount of points one rider can get. Maybe leave the scratch race as it is, but the points races, if your rider gets 10 points in a sprint banner, the next banner they'll only get half the points. So then you try and work for another rider in your team. I don't know, that could be complete another a little disaster. But I just feel like Well, they did try and do battle points, did they? Yeah. It's yeah, because the thing about Marco is just that I want something different. They promised battle points last season. Maybe they're going to bring it out a new scoring system because you know what WHRL like. They're going to talk about signing up for the season. We're going to pretty much get to the first race and then they're going to give us different rules. They're going to say, oh, we've got this thing now. Which is kind of a good view, that lighting through my white road. Cinematic. The cinema is ours, as camera conspiracies would say. Where's my video? Yeah, that's the thing, Jeff, is that I'm kind of lucky because I race in a grade where there's no point in holding back your power. But seeing, D's probably the worst, isn't it? Because people just keep upping their weight so that they never have to go up. But D's, C's and B's are absolutely rife with teams that have just been dominating the Zwift, or ZRL. Sometimes I wonder, because you've got, obviously there's reasons why people are in CCAT. Because they don't ride enough. They get ill. There's other things in their life. But you see some CCAT riders who ride a lot of hours. Like once you're riding 7 hours a week, you're getting a lot of gains there. The issue with DCAT, I think I've had this discussion with, was it Marco or was it Mick? The problem with DCAT is when you get riders who actually do the legit thing, they do a season of DCAT and they're upgraded before the end of the season finishes to get the CCAT, because that's what happens when you ride consistently in a racing series. Yeah, I was talking to got a regular viewer, John Bowles. What's his name? I always forget what his name is on YouTube. And I was having a chat with him last season, and he was getting right into looking at other riders in competition. And I said, relax, John. Not everyone. Every time you race in Zwift, you're just racing against yourself. If you worry about exactly what everyone else is doing, you lose the enjoyment. If someone is cheating, it can be annoying, but it's much easier if you just don't worry about it. We're not getting paid to do it. Nick Balls. John Balls. No, it's John Bowles. Bolles. Ocky man, that's his name when he jumps on. He's probably asleep now. Oh, it's only 8:47. But he lives in Sydney. Yeah, I should go too, Jeff. Cheers for having a look. I'm trying to improve my stream. I've got not expensive lights, but I've got improved lighting. Set my camera to manual to try and get a little bit better. Because if I'll show you what happens if you go automatic. It's a big difference. Let me do it. There we go. Auto. So it's not that much worse, but it does there is a quality difference. Manual and manual. Yeah, I mean, if we all got paid for this, it'd be great, and then we could all have a bit of a whinge, but we do this just to get away from other parts of well, relaxation out of life, get healthy. I did see there was an article on one of the many articles, one of the many journalist sites was cycling on my Facebook, talking about how cyclists have a lot less chances, or a lot less risk of certain cancers. One step more. Alright, let's have a look. Problem is, whenever I do that, then my green screen can sometimes pop up. So I've got the shutter speed's 1 in 50. Considering I've got 60 frames per second, I'm not going to touch that. So I'll go, it's very hard to get, there we go, 76 for the ISO. How's that, Marco? I haven't lost, still detail there. There's a green screen, because the problem is once I get it down too low, then the green screen starts acting up. Yeah. What the annoying thing is that it's very difficult to constantly have the same exact setup. It's going to be very difficult come summertime when I'm racing with the sun setting, because I can't completely black out the garage. There's no way I can completely black it out because the garage roof's polycarbonate or whatever that sort of clear plastic is, so the sun lights that up. I used to be able to control the lighting a bit better when I was in the spare room in the house. Yeah. I don't know if you're listening, Marco, but I was so annoyed when I checked my stream from last week doing the longer, harder race, because OBS had changed my bitrate down to 2000. I was like, why does my camera look crap? Why does my sound really crap? Wait a second, why does Zwift look crap? It's because I was streaming 1440p at 2000. I actually did a surprisingly good job, considering how usually I stream it. I used to stream at about 10,000. I bumped it up to 15,000, I think, because I've got 50 megabits upload speed. Yeah, it does, Marco. It just plays with your head. I tried to also change, because at the moment I use my phone on, I always forget the exact name of it, whenever I search on the computer software, it's always, so Iriun, I-R-I-U-N. The problem is I can't save the settings, so whenever I open up the camera, I have to then adjust it. I was using, when I did try to use another one, which was, which one is it? Oh, it was up there. Anyway, I tried using another one, but it wasn't stable. Yeah, it's going to be hot, Thomas. I've been riding around without my fan on recently during doing these sort of riding, just to try and get my heat acclimatized, heat acclimatization going, because it's going to get freaking hot. There will be a bit of cooling, because obviously being a garage, there's not much insulation, so there's a bit of free breeze going through, but those evening rides are going to be very, very hot. I might have to pick up the systems and move back into the house in the air conditioning. One good thing about having the garage, I've got lots of space. Lots of space, and I can sweat all over the ground. It don't matter about the sweat being everywhere, or the chain dropping things all over the place. Where are you from, Thomas? I'm sure you said before, but I'm very bad. I'm not. Are you here from Phil Lovett's Bike Racing Without Mercy viewership? I think a lot of my viewers watch Phil Lovett. It's Phil Lovett, Ed Laverack. It shows on the metrics that that's the other channels that everyone watches, and I always watch them, so it makes sense. But the thing that Phil Lovett does, which is always impresses me, is that no matter how many people follow him, if anyone mentions or says hello, Phil knows everything about them, remembers everything they've said. What's the humidity like though? Because 25 degrees in Denmark, I know Europe can get really humid. That's one of the advantages here in Melbourne. We're pretty far south in Australia, so most of the time we've got a dry heat because the summer winds come over the top, well, through the centre of Australia, and so they don't hit much moisture until they get back to the ocean. So some of our hottest days are actually, like the ones that are the hottest are the driest. So when we get 45 degree days, it's still really hot, but the humidity is right down. So if you spray yourself with water, you get a nice cooling effect, whereas if you've got like a 32 degree day with 90% humidity, that water's doing nothing. Oh yeah, in the drops. That was quite, I enjoyed that. I was a bit apprehensive because I do speak a lot, and I did feel like I spoke way too much over the top of everyone. But I do enjoy talking about Zwift. I enjoy watching their podcasts. Yeah. It's not too bad in Scandinavia, it's good. I know when I went to London and Paris wasn't too bad, but London during the middle of summer, that was pretty stifling. I do love Barcelona. Barcelona's amazing heat. 35 degree day, you still go for a bike ride. Drink lots of water, but it's just dry heat. It's a lot like Adelaide here in Australia. Adelaide gets really hot, but the 35 degree days, apart from getting sunburnt, they're pretty comfortable. The east coast of Australia here, Coss Harbour, that gets really humid. My dad used to live in Coss Harbour, and when I was there in summertime, I left my work boots out. I came back, because I was on holiday, came back after 2 weeks and then mould all over. And they weren't even didn't get wet. It was just the humidity. Sweat your balls off. Poor old Terence would be all very sweaty, wouldn't he, Marco? What team do you race with, Thomas? I know there's a lot of very strong Denmark teams. That's a good thing about Zwift. Each country, you can meet up. Like I don't race so much with the Australians, but I do have the race with the Aero team, Josh Harris, Gatesy. It also depends, Marco, if you're acclimatized. If you're not used to, like if you get 25 degree days, and then it's suddenly 35, that is hell. But if you've had 42 degree days, and then it's 35, it almost feels cold. A few years ago here in Melbourne we had, well actually Adelaide was worse, but after I moved from Adelaide to Melbourne, we had 5 days above 40 degrees. And then the next day it was 36 degrees. And honestly, that felt like a 15 degree day. I was like, oh, I can go outside again, sit in the sun. Well, not really sit in the sun, but You don't be, it's not like you walk out the front door and it feels like you've opened the oven to put your chips in. Or what do you call actually hot chips? Oh, in Australia we just call chips, regardless if they're hot chips or if they're from a packet. Oh, sisu. How do you pronounce sisu? I always see them. There's a fell, but I don't think it's the fell that I'm usually racing against. It was an M fell from Brazil. Sisu have got their own jersey, don't they? The reason why I bring that up is because Marco's from Backpedal, and I saw there's a bit of chat that Backpedal may be getting their own jersey finally. I say maybe because it's Zwift, isn't it? They really are. It's all about being in with the cool kids. So unless you're in with the cool kids, you're never getting a jersey. Whoa, Marco, a big day. Hopefully it's quick. I know that Katie talked about when they had their Grand Prix jerseys for Electric Spirit. Yeah, Electric Spirit. Now, Zwift kind of buggered up because they only include the jerseys when they get an update. And they kept forgetting to put the jerseys in for the updates. So when they were racing the Grand Prix series, they were just overlaying the jerseys on the coverage. But they weren't actually racing with the jerseys. It took months and months. Yeah, especially as Thomas always having a go at Backpedal because they still use that bloody shit grey jersey. It was one of the few, I think, because the problem with Backpedal is they chose the jersey a long time ago when there wasn't as many options. And then it's a bit hard to change a jersey in a team if you've got to get 200 riders all organised to go and do a group ride somewhere to get a jersey. So what's going to be the process, Marco? When they give the jersey out, well then you have a code that you give to the team, or is it one of those ones where you create a group ride and then whoever does the group ride gets the jersey? Oh no, not that Jesse. No, I'm not fixing it. It's good for the algorithm, isn't it, Jesse? Everyone comments, why are the roads white? It's fully legit. I paid for the upgrade. I didn't upgrade my tyres, upgraded the road. Less rolling resistance. Ooh. Tighten up my shoe. Doing 100 watts is, I need to make sure it's. What I'm going to try and do, Jesse, is I've already reinstalled Zwift and didn't fix it, so I might have to try and restore it again. Smooth roads and extremely bright headlights on my bike sometimes. It was just went as usual, Jesse. I got 4th place, didn't I, for the first race? I snuck a big result because it was basically that Paul from Masaka just doing stupid amount of watts per kilo. And the new pack dynamics, I feel like, made it easier to ride away from the group. And so there was him and another rider doing silly watts. And then 2 others went across, so I jumped across. And did a little bit of work, because there was a leg snapper. So I think we got 14 seconds on the chasing pack. And I dug a bit to make sure that we stayed away, because the worst I was going to get was 6. So I didn't bother sitting in and trying to win the race. Because what's the point of that if we don't stay away? So I fixed up my Zwift ranking points a bit. The hilarious thing though is that I've got a new ZFTP. ZFTP, which is now 304 watts. I'm not sure if it's rolled out for all of it, but I think tiny racers have been doing Pack Dynamics 4.1 for a while now. Well, so let me have a look. They haven't actually, the fit files haven't been updated, but I think I did 5.2 watts per kilo for the first race, but I did 9, well, we'll see what happens when the fit file processes, because it will always be different, but I did 9 watts per kilo for that 30 seconds. For ACAT, a lot of it's timing as well. In the second race I actually did pretty well, considering I haven't got the best sprint. I'm not so much a sprinter. In terms of my profile, I've forgotten what they call it, but I'm like a pursuiter. I've got good 2 to 3 minute power. I haven't got that 15-second kick where you can do 1300 watts plus. But give me a minute and I'm not amazing, but I'll bring it back to this, phenotype. Don't you bring those big words to my stream, Jesse. And if you watch the second race, I actually moved back in the pack, because I've done that course before a few times on the balloon sprint and stuffed up, because I've gone accelerated up the hill to head down to the finish, and I've got to the front as we're heading downhill, and if you watch the draft meter, you're getting so many watts in the draft that if you hit the front, there's no way. It's like hitting a brick wall. You can't maintain 300 more watts than everyone else, or even sometimes 400-500 watts. So you just get backwards as soon as you hit the front. So it's all about not hitting the wind. Oh, you're excused then, Jesse. And so actually my result in the first race, the result was the best result, but I think my second race was the best in terms of tactics, besides getting in the breakaway in the first race. I could have timed it slightly better, but there's such a fine margin between going too early and too late. It's almost like only 1 second difference. And I was happy with that because I stuffed up that sprint so many times on that balloon sprint. It's good having the draft meter when you're doing those races, because you can always know it. Like you can feel it instinctively that when you get pushed off to the side of the pack or you hit the wind, that you're just working so much harder. Everyone else seems to be going past you. But being able to see that number and confirm just how many more watts you have to do or don't have to do. Speaking of which, where's my sunglasses? That's so bright. So you watch the draft meter pop up now, even though, so I'm going up a hill, so it's only 10 watts because it's all relative to how many watts you're doing. So the way the draft meter works, it shows, I think it shows a percentage boost, but it's actually raw watts. So at the moment I'm saving 14 watts to do this speed. So if I do more power, I'll actually get a bigger draft. And now that I'm on the flat, the draft's increasing as well. But you'll see it go up now if I put more power down. It goes up as well. So when you start a sprint, you can see it really spike up sometimes, saving yourself 500 watts. Well, that's the great thing about the tiny races though, Thomas. So you got 4. There's nothing worse than riding around for an hour and then stuffing up the finish. You spent 1 hour just for the finish, and then you get to the finish and you stuff it up. Whereas a tiny race is you get 4 goes at it. And if you do stuff up the finish, you can do it 2 ways. You can either do them for the efforts, and so if you start the finish up, you just still keep going to the finish. Kill yourself to get there. Or you can sit up, get a little bit more rest for the next race. But that's the great thing, you get 4 goes at it, so you really get to practice your tactics. And also, even if you're at the bottom of ACAT, it just gives you that, because you've got like, what did it take? Let me see. So the first race was just over 9 minutes. Oh no, it was DCAT. Why does it just show me DCAT? I think because of the time it takes, delayed start. I don't know, I can't use Zwift Power as the time frame. But they're short races. So you just hang on until you get dropped. Once you get dropped, that's fine. You put in a bloody hard effort. Speaking of doing hard effort, can't get dropped by, who is that? D Bernie. Not while I'm out in public. The one thing that I dislike about the tiny races now is everyone's got a lot smarter. I used to enjoy them when, at the beginning, when all the courses are brand new and you could surprise people. But now they've been done so many times, people will know where the winning moves can be made. What's the group ride? Is that new Going Long series, Jesse? Is it actually like a group ride dynamics, not the racing dynamics? Yeah, if you guys are doing Chasing Red, I've got to do it now. I promised. I said on the stream before you got in here, when no one was listening, that if we all agreed not to do Chasing Red, I wouldn't do it. You knobheads are doing it, so I'm committed now. I'm committed to being embarrassed, getting beat again. I'll have to block Jesse from my streams. Okay, so that's what I was wondering what was going on with that, Jesse, because I was like, why are we bother racing the same course twice? What's the point in that? But now it makes sense. I wouldn't bother doing the group ride either. I don't know. I suppose I do get the group ride pack dynamics because it is a bit annoying if you get dropped. But no super tuck now anymore. That was the biggest thing about pack dynamics with the race is that you'd get dropped over the top of a climb because you buggered up a super tuck, whereas in group races you wouldn't. But that doesn't happen anymore. I'll have to program like a chroma key, Jesse. Once you backpedal, got your jersey, I'll chroma key the jersey out. There'll just be a hollow man riding around. Can you hear that? I didn't have time to turn off all my processing. There was a racing car going down the street. Speaking of which, I think I can see a boring grey jersey just up ahead. The day you guys get rid of that boring grey jersey, there'll be much celebration in Discord. You're going to be confused for a bit though. You're going to be wondering where your teammates are in the first race. Greg Morgan asked us yesterday what's on our jerseys, if they're giraffes. You can imagine what David Raynham's reaction was to that. He hasn't got any socks on. Not only has he got the shit grey jersey on, he's got no socks. Sorry, how do I say your name? But you got no socks on, and you got the worst jersey. Give you a ride on though for being a knobhead. Could be doing it as a joke. He knows my hatred of that grey jersey now. I've got my pink socks on, but they don't look so shiny anymore. Especially in the dark. I've got my Matthew Vanderpool always white shoes on me. They're brilliant, they never get dirty. That's a bit uncomfortable. There we go. You can see a little bit of sheen on them. Alright, where am I going? Sprint. Maybe I do have to index my gears. You got colourful socks to offset the no colour in the jersey that's been totally worn out. There's a few people. No, everyone else has got socks. Just the guy red in front of me, he's got no socks on. I think a lot of the times when Apple TV does an update, it lowers your socks for some reason. Downtown. Alice. Shut up, legs. Get ready to use my aero. Bam! Oh, I missed it. Bam! It'd be funny if when you press the aero, my big afro hair becomes aerodynamic. That's one issue with indie velo. So used to having the big buffy head on Zwift. When I ride indie velo, my head's tiny. I think that's going to become a commonplace soon because Pete's getting Casper onto Zwift. It's going to be no time at all before Casper's racing the TT with us, or the TTT, and we're all dying in his draft. Yesterday I was doing a pace partner ride, and there was a guy literally in his very first ride, constantly sprinting because their FTP was set so low, doing 5.5 watts per kilo on Z power. I was like, should I message that person and say, you know that you're gonna get, this ain't right? But then the sensible part of my brain said, leave them alone. They're on the bike, first time on Zwift. They don't need a knobhead with a dildo jersey on telling them they're an idiot. Give them a ride on. They'll eventually get a proper trainer, hopefully, if knobheads aren't telling them that they're cheating fuckers. Where's my sensor? If knobheads aren't telling them that they're cheating. I've got to do it longer, don't I, for the dramatic effect. Cheating. Yeah, see, that's better. I've really got to get better at pressing the sensor button. Alright, here we go. Take it to the line and then that'll be it. Get beaten by this 9-year-old. I ain't having that. This is like riding outdoors, isn't it? Racing someone that they don't know that actually you're racing them. Take that, you 9-year-old. Even got the draft going too. Sneak over this person before the line. Ha. Give him a wave. Sucker. I beat ya. Beat you, Dot. Yeah, you better, Jesse. Otherwise, I don't know. You just miss out on seeing the race. Well, that flushed the legs out. I don't know what that did scientifically. Got the feather though for this climb. I'll use it and then I'll say goodbye and good night, good evening, good afternoon and good morning. I really should change the bike, isn't it? It's getting a bit boring riding around a crap grey coloured bike. Crap grey colour. I am now. This is the podcast. I've had the racing. This is the weekly podcast. The Ben and guests. Usually Jesse telling me how shit I am. Well, I don't know about new bikes, but we need customization. There is one bike which I like riding around with. I gotta do that. Wait for my stopping. Come on. So I like using this one. I don't really care about the, I just like being able to change the colours. That's why I like doing the, where's the Zwift steel bike? See, got that, got that. It'd be nicer if you could just put some decals on it, get rid of that stupid white thing in the middle of the Zwift. Can you see that? Yep. Get rid of that. And also be able to customize the bar tape regardless of the color. Because the problem is you change the color and it changes the bar. Like, I don't want poo woods. He goes, oh, I'm going to put poo covers on my hoods. It just ruins the paint. I better change the bike back before otherwise we're riding around with poo covers next race. Not even notice. I've got to press, got to do quick bike swap. What is it? T? Yeah. What's the other one? I haven't actually got the felt, do I? Focus not too bad. Maybe I'll ride the Focus next time. See, this is what I like. Be able to do this. What's the other one? Oh, it's just that colour. So you at least get a bit of colour in the wheels. What's the opposite of blue? I'm not smart enough to know. I don't know. Focus. I need a bike core to look. Focus. Alright, I better go. Spent too much time rambling along junk mile streams. Cheers, Thomas. Yeah, get in those tiny races, Thomas. You get smashed, but you'll enjoy it after the race. Alright, I better go. What am I doing? Where's my mouse? Even though I know where it is. Here we go. Smooth transition time.
Hey, what happened?